baseball diamond, where the North Branch Vikings were taking on River Freeman and those Hermantown Hawks. We start at the bottom of the third inning, still scoreless. Senior Braden Lundeen hits a hot shot into shallow center field. A leadoff single gets the inning started for Hermantown, and after loading the bases, we had a balk, which low-key I still don't know why it happens or how it happens, but all the runners advance. That's definitely a strange way to give Hermantown the first run and lead of the afternoon. As I mentioned, River Freeman dealing from the mound through 6 scoreless innings thanks to his infield making multiple double plays in the outfield. Just some great defense there from the Hawks to keep the Vikings off the board. Bottom of the 6th inning we go, still 1-0 Hawks. Charlie Marchand takes off from second, trying to steal the base. Great success there. And with the same batter in the box, Marchand says, you know what, let me double dip. The speedster takes third, now in scoring position for Jacob Evanson, and with one swing of the bat, he brings him all the way home. The Hawks shut out the Vikings all afternoon long and take the victory 4-0.